Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to talk about 5 things I don't buy or no longer buy, and I would love if you could leave a comment letting me know which products or which things you don't buy anymore. The number one are takeaways. Doesn't matter if it's a pizza or fast food, Chinese food, French food, I don't buy takeaways. Now I live in Paris, so it's a big city, and in most big cities it is very easy to buy takeaways. But I did not grow up in Paris. I grew up in the south of France, where it's less common to buy takeaways, especially as I was born in the 80s. So things have changed now. And my mom grew up in Congo because I am also Congolese. And in Congo, she didn't buy takeaways. She grew up with homemade food every day. So I grew up with homemade food every day, and my mom taught me how to cook, and I love cooking. So for me, it's not an issue to cook. So I cook, and when you cook, and when you love cooking, and when you cook good food and healthy food, you really know about ingredients. So when you buy takeaways, you can really tell the difference. You know it's not real food, you know it's processed and they added too much sugar or too much salt. So I mean, it's not good for the health. I do not like the taste. It's not cost effective because I can do the same thing for much better and much cheaper. I mean, it's not worth it for me. I don't gain anything from buying takeaways. Now, if I have to, because I am with friends and they decide to order takeaways, I can do it. I don't feel bad about it. But by myself, I will not do that. And actually, if you want to see how I cook, I made a video very recently about 3 meals I did throughout the day. And when you cook, you do not have to cook every single time you eat. You can cook once several meals and then store the meals for the week, or freeze part of the meal to the freezer so you can eat that the next week. And I show that in my previous video. The second thing that I do not buy anymore are beauty and fashion magazines. I love fashion. So when I was younger, I used to buy fashion magazines because I like the aesthetic. I love everything which is related to design. So obviously photography is linked to design, fashion is linked to design. And same thing with makeup. I love to see patterns together. I love the art behind making a clothes. I used to love watching different makeup styles, although I only started to wear makeup very late, but I just loved to watch it. I used to like it because, you know, in fashion magazine there are so many nice photographies and it gives you ideas on looks, although you can't buy the clothes on the magazine because usually it's luxury clothes, but that still gives you ideas to style yourself. But it was when I was younger and really young, and you grew up and you look at those magazines and then you realize that they never represent you, especially in France. The only black model that I would see in those magazines was Naomi Campbell, and as you know, she's not French, she's British, and obviously she was not in every magazines. So it started to really annoy me, and when it comes to the tips on beauty in those magazines, I didn't like it. The tips on skincare, I knew they were not right. The tips on diet, it's another story. When I grew up, it was the end of the era of a supermodel, the very thin but fit supermodel. And there were a few years where the super skinny, sick models were in trend, if I can call that in trend. And then it was about one day the magazine will tell you how to lose weight. The next day the same magazine will tell you how to be confident in your own weight. And the next day they will tell you how to lose those 5 kilograms before the summer. So it doesn't fit right for me. I mean, I've never been on a diet. I have no issue with food, but I am really into nutrition and I knew that those messages were really not right. So everything about the magazines I didn't like except for the pictures and the outfit. And thankfully we have internet now, so if I want to look at people who dressed nicely, I can follow people on Instagram. And also I still love to see those luxury brands because they have very often nice outfit, and all I do is to watch their collection, the new collection. They usually show the show online, like the winter, spring collection are shown on YouTube. So I just watch the Dior collection, the Chanel collection, the Prada collection. I don't need to buy the magazines. I don't even know what they put in those magazines now. So I don't buy magazines anymore. The number 3 is about multiple things. Fast fashion, a super trendy fashion, and low quality fashion. The super trendy trend is about a trend that doesn't last a long time, and the trend is so specific that if you wear those outfits in 1 year, you will look very outdated. And in order to do that, you have to be a fast fashion business, because you have to produce new product every 2 weeks or every month. And I do not like this industry at all from the beginning to the end. I don't like the idea that something that I wear today is going to look outdated in 1 year. And I don't like the process, the industry in itself, the waste of clothes in the process. So I really am not into that. And I think I've never been into that. As I said, I really grew up loving fashion. I grew up going to the stores with my mom. Even if we did not buy anything, she would show me the fabric. So I really know about a cheap fabric, a good fabric, bad stitching, a good one. And that allows me to really choose my clothes in a very smart way. I like my clothes to last years. And in order to do that, you have to avoid the super trendy trend. And it does not mean that the clothes I buy are very classic and boring, but there are clothes which can look trendy at a different time. And that's the type of clothes I like. And in order for them to last a long time, they also have to be made in nice fabric, which doesn't mean that you have to go for the super expensive brand. But when you know about fabric, you can find it in different brands. And actually, some of the very expensive brands have very cheap fabric sometimes, I've noticed. So a brand name does not mean everything. And I'm going to give you a few examples. I was looking at my Instagram and I found Vic's pictures, which I took when I was living in Miami many years ago. And this dress was from Banana Republic. I got it on sale, and I got it because I knew that the style will last for many, many years. And even today when I wear it, I still get compliment on that dress. Another example is this coat, which I got in 2006. And I loved it. It cannot go out of style. Maybe in 20 years it will go out of style, but every time I wear it, people think I just bought it. But no, I bought it many years ago, but it's still trendy. And in order to keep it trendy, you just have to wear a modern makeup or a modern hairstyles, and it works. So the very trendy fast fashion where you have to buy things and change the clothes every year or every 6 months is not for me. It's a waste of money. And because it is made with bad quality fabric, it doesn't even look good. The fitting is not good, and that's not what I like. Number 4 is not something that you can get and grab in your hands, but it's something I don't spend my money on anymore, and it is a gym membership. I don't go to the gym. When I was a student, I used to pay to go to the gym, and every time I will never go for more than a month because I realized I just don't like it. I don't like it because of hygiene reasons. I don't like that we are all in the same place sweating. I don't feel comfortable with that. Also, if you take classes, the classes are always very crowded, so the instructor can't really look at you and give you the right information to do the movement correctly in order to have the best result. I don't like that. I mean, it's fun to go to the gym, but if I go to the gym, if I exercise, I need to see the result. And I don't think the gym is the best place for that. Now, when I was a student for a year, I used to go to a private gym where we were not that many people with one instructor, but I was very lucky because I knew the instructor. She was a friend's mom, and she was really good because she had time to really look at everybody and tell them exactly how the exercise should be done. So yeah, I mean, the only times I went to the gym after I realized that I do not like the gym was only when I was moving to a new country or a new city, and it was a way for me to make new friends, but not to have a good result with exercising. And I love working out, but I prefer to do it at home or to work out outside, like for instance, going for a run. But to do my Pilates or working on weight, I'd rather do it at home. There are many good applications that can help you, and even on YouTube, there are many good YouTube channels. The ones I prefer on YouTube are Mrs. and Mr. Muscles. It's a couple from the UK. They also post their workout on Instagram. And the other one is Turn It Up. And it is a channel that I have followed for years. They also have an application now, but you can follow them on YouTube if you want to, and they have great exercise. The fifth thing I do not spend my money on are nail polishes. I used to have so many nail polishes that was just crazy. I love colors. I love all colors. So every time I would see a nail polish and I would love the color, I would just buy it. But just because you love a color doesn't mean that it's going to look good on your nails. And I think 3 years ago, I realized how many nail polishes I had. That was just crazy. And then I realized that I didn't want to wear many of them. So I really had to declutter, to take the time to really look at all the colors I have and realized that there are only some type of colors I tend to wear often. And it is basically the nudes, the pinks, the purples, the red. So this is the type of colors I wear all the time. For instance, as you can see, I have pink right now. So this is the type of color that I wear, and I've just stopped looking at other colors like the gray, the black, the green, the brown. I don't even wear them, so I don't buy them anymore. I could have had many more things I don't buy in this video, but there are so many that the video will be 2 hours long. So if you are interested, I can make a part 2 and a part 3 about this subject. In the meanwhile, I would love you to let me know which product or which thing you don't spend your money on, and let's have a discussion in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.